Going live. Hey, good morning. It's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. Hope everybody had an awesome weekend. It's Monday. Of course, it's a Monday. My brain is blocked. I'm like, there was a reason I thought about this weekend why I wanted to bring the whiteboard, and I can't remember why I brought the whiteboard. So now it's Monday. So I'll have to figure it out and do it on another show. Got plenty of days to find material, so one of them this plenty of time. Anyway, this is 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. Thanks for joining us, and I hope you're all subscribing and telling your friends, and click the little bell, and you get a little note every day. When I go live, my phone actually will go off because I follow myself on this thing, and it's actually pretty cool. It actually shows a little thing on there in a little bit that I'm live, and it depends how long it is. It'll show it, but it's pretty cool. See? There you go. It says 6:03. So if you look, I don't know if you can see my screen. Does it allow you to do it? I don't know. But anyway, there's a little thing that says live, 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. And a little live got my picture on it. So you can't really see it per se. Maybe there's a little icon right there. Gotta do it at an angle. If I do it straight on, it's too bright. Anyway, so if you do a little bell, it'll pop up on your cell phone, and you'll see where I'm going live, so you can join us. Anyway, it's Monday. Happy Monday. Hope everybody's doing good again. I think I said that like 5 times. Brain block today, but I want to talk about probably just one thing today, but a couple things. Just the fun stuff. Remember, it's Monday. Something to try with your teams. What fun did you have over the weekend? What fun thing is next plan? It's like Monday. I gotta think about fun stuff. Like, yeah, think about fun stuff. It's Monday. It's gonna be bad anyhow. And then what's blocking you from having fun, right? Maybe get some thinking about the week, what I gotta get done this week, so they can go out and have fun. So this past weekend, I took the kiddos out. We went left mom home so she got some free time away from the kids because I had to do some training. But we went out train store. We went to a train show. Walked around there a little bit. We bought a nice little switch. I'll have to show a picture of it one time. Should have brought it down. Except then I have to plug it back in. Set up in this new room. And all the instructions were in German, right? So, of course, I can't read it. I have no idea. And I'm not electrical. I'm a mechanical engineer. But I can do some electrical, but I'm mechanical. And so I'm looking at trying to figure it out. It was going along. I'm like, something's not right. I know I got it all put together the way it's supposed to be. So all I had to do is flip 2 wires, put them in, and it worked perfectly. It's pretty cool. We need to do a video and demo that. Anyway, but it was just 2 little wires, right? But it just goes to prove, Agile is about sometimes just going for it and trying it. I mean, no one's going to get it, as long as no one's going to get hurt, and it's not like a super critical thing where if you do it wrong, people are going to die or something like that. Most of the time, we don't have any of that stuff. In the end, there are some unknowns, and you got to plug it in and try it, because until you plug it in and try it, like I had with the switch on the train set, is that to put power to it, I really didn't know whether or not I had the wires all put together. So it was like a little mini test where I ran it. Something was working. And I flipped the wires around, ran it. It worked perfect. It was great. So it was, but I had to do a demo and try it out and test it, right? So it's just like software. You want to get it in testing so that you figure out whether or not you got the thing working right. And that's what I was doing. And then one of the other things I found out is as I did it, right, not knowing everything, then I realized there was a little light bulb because we bought it, it's used, it's from the show, but it was in its packaging, everything was good. Needed a little light bulb, so now I have to go to the store and buy a little light bulb so the light works. But until you plug it in and try it out, you really don't see all that stuff. Until you demo your product that you write as a code, you won't see what's missing or not. And that's part of the things about I guess it's a long way around to get to the, you know, Agile and demos and stuff like that. So when you do the demonstration, things should not work right all the time. It's not that it's going to be perfect, and everybody wants to have perfection at the demo or the review. Um, don't expect perfection, right? You want the customer to give you feedback, right? If you get no feedback in a demo or a demonstration, it means you probably failed your demo because they didn't take enough interest into it and didn't find a little thing that was not there or wanted to do something different, or saw your demo, had a brain thing that said, oh, wow, I didn't know you could do that. We should do this instead. And then the business owner will write some new requirements for the next sprint saying, hey, can we try this? Because this means something else. And that's what goes on in the demo. So I know some places the demo may end on Friday, maybe mid-sprint. Who knows what your schedule is? I know some of my places, the demo is coming up because their sprint ends in the middle of the week. But you have to try it. You have to get feedback. You have to see what goes on and what works, what doesn't work, and what's failing. And you want to do that. So the one topic I really want to talk about today, says I think we talked about a couple topics that we can really dive deep in the first 5 minutes, but I don't want to do that, is sprint planning. I see a lot of teams that take way too much time in sprint planning. Sprint planning is 2 parts. I won't get into, and the 2 parts are basically selecting the stories you're going to do and picking that group, and then later on the tech team, including QA, and if you have them split like that, they go off and task all the work, right? And I always let everybody have the first day when I lay things out. People are like, oh, but they could start work right this time. I'm like, no. Just take the day, plan everything out, think about what you're going to do for the rest of the week. Just take some time, some brain time to analyze that. But let's talk about that first part. Sprint planning, when you got your stuff together, should take less than an hour, probably a half hour. Okay, half hour is probably about right. Anything longer than that for figuring out what you're doing, you're throwing a lot of stuff in there that doesn't need to be done. So let's think about this. In the half hour, this is why it should only take a half hour. Coming into sprint planning, your list of stories should have already been refined, probably already sized. The product owner should have prioritized your list, right? Also, your Scrum Master and your product and your team, everybody should have visibility into your average velocity, right? So with those factors, it really should take a half hour. If your product owner throws a story on your list that hadn't been refined, it'll bump it up a little bit. Theoretically, shouldn't bump it up too much. Theoretically, if you do this right, it'd probably take you 10 minutes to do sprint planning. Yeah, probably 10 minutes. So think about it. Stories have been refined already, so you already looked at them. They should already been prioritized, and you should know your average velocity and how much stuff you can do. There may be some delta, right? Talk about some things you might want to add as a team that weren't in there. And the reason why I say it should be really quick, because if your product owner, introduces stories, they should see the sprint average of the team, and they should be giving you a little bit below that average for your velocity, right? Maybe you as a group say, maybe you have a team norm where you say, hey, we're going to be at 90% or 80% of our average velocity because we know we get unplanned work that comes into the sprint. Actually, if you could do that, that would be awesome. I mean, you would be flying, right? Seriously, you would be flying, because you can always grab something from the next sprint and bring it into this current sprint. So you already have your thing. So They give you something to prioritize. All the team does is acknowledge it and say, yeah, we can do that, or no, we can't, or we did some analysis like holidays coming up, Labor Day's coming up, and the holiday in India is coming up. So we can't take our average on. But even the product owner and Scrum Masters, when they work together, should be picking that up anyhow. Like they should know Labor Day's here, so I know the team's not going to do the average. So I'm going to take a couple stories away because no one's going to be here. Think, there's no reason why they can't think that, right? So you have it below. So all you're doing is agreeing. It says yes, we can do this work. In reality, that was your sprint planning that I just said. So if they have it already, it can take 5 minutes or less, right? I mean, really, seriously. Well, you don't need to be there an hour. You don't need to be there a half hour because if the work's already pre-done, and say you may want to go over real quick on the screen or whatever. Here's all the 10 stories. Here's the 20 stories, 30 stories, whatever it is that I'm gonna do. We already refined them. I haven't made as a product owner. I haven't made any changes to them. So are what you already seen. We're just agreeing because you want to look at what you were able to accomplish the sprint prior, right? You don't want to just go ahead and assume. Take 5 minutes. Yeah, we were staying on track for our average velocity, or we think we're getting a little better because we're doing our retrospectives, and we could take an extra story. The group can say, okay, do you have product owner? Do you have an extra story in the next sprint that we can bring in here that you want to do? I think we could do it. We've gotten a little bit better. Our 2% growth every sprint. We got another 4%. We did good past 2 sprints. We're trending up. We'll take another one. And they go, okay. They grab the sprint from the one that's already been refined because it's like the first one on the next sprint. And he brings it, or she brings it into the sprint. And that's it. You're done. Sprint planning's over. So theoretically, 5 minutes. Maybe I should do 5 minutes sprint planning. This would be the title of this article. Sprint planning should be done in 5 minutes. Now, tasking, again, on the other side, I would let my teams take all day, as long as you want. But I want it done by the end of the day. So, but I want them to think about the stories, lay out the tasks. We'll talk about that on the show. But that's all I got. Hey, the challenge is do sprint planning in 5 minutes. Be prepared and prepped. Whoever your leads are, have everything ready. Everything's refined. The stories are in priority order. They're below the percentages. And you should have your sprint planning done in 5 minutes. Can you do it? Maybe. Anyway, that's the end of 5 a.m. Mester Scrum today. Hope you all have a happy Monday and a good work week. Be busy and take it easy. Enjoy. And remember, things keep moving. And please like us and subscribe and hit the little bell, right? You get the thing on the phone. And have a good day. Happy scrumming. Good luck with your Monday. Bye.